Good morning. Today we are going to learn on brief introduction. Now, where does this brief introduction happen? Brief introduction happens when we meet in groups. When we meet in groups. Where are the places that we meet in groups? It could be in classrooms, it could be in workshops, it could be in seminars, it could be in some meetings where people get together. These are the places where we have a brief introduction. Now, what is the meaning of brief? Brief also can mean short, small, isn't it? You can also say little. Now, these three are called synonyms. Okay. What are synonyms? Synonyms means something which have the same meanings. Now, brief introduction takes, as I told you, it takes place in groups. Sometimes it happens in schools, it happens in colleges, it happens in workshops, it happens in seminars, and sometimes it happens in meetings also, when we have different people coming from different places and coming at one point and sitting over there, and people are expected to introduce themselves briefly. Now, why is this brief introduction? In this brief introduction, it is only so that the others will get an opportunity to tell something about themselves. Now, if you keep on telling about your life history, then it doesn't suit that occasion, isn't it? So what you need to do is you just need to concentrate on three things. Now, for example, I'm going to introduce myself briefly. My name is Siva Prasad. I'm a corporate English trainer from Bangalore. Now, what did I tell? I told you my name, I told you my designation, and I also told you the place where I come from, isn't it? So these just three things will be enough for us to give a brief introduction. So I want you to try it out. What you have to do is, you just have to tell the name, you just have to tell the designation, and you have to tell the place you come from. Now, for example, I'll write out here. My name is Siva Prasad, and I am an English trainer from Bangalore. So this is how you just need to cover it up. What did I tell over there? I just told you my name, I told you my designation, and I also told you the place where I come from. So in brief introductions, you just need to concentrate only on these three things, and you have to give opportunities for the others also to introduce themselves. It hardly takes a minute. You just have to tell them, my name is Siva Prasad, I am an English trainer from Bangalore, isn't it? So if you just tell them the name, the designation and the place, that's more than enough. It serves the purpose. Next, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to teach you meeting a person for the first time. Now, what happens when we meet a person for the first time? We'll just see how it goes about. Now, suppose I have come from Bangalore and I've got down the train and I'm sitting on the platform over there. There is another gentleman who is also sitting there, and he's coming from a different place. Now, I want to build a conversation with him. Now, how does it go about? I can't go and ask him and say, hello, what's your name? Now this person will feel bad. He said, who the hell are you going to ask me my name? So what we need to do is, we need to just introduce ourselves first and then ask him for his name. Now for example, first person, let's say meeting a person for the first time. Okay. Here I'm going to write first person. Now the first person is going to say, hello, I'm Prasad. And you? Now the second person. What will the second person say? Hello, Mr. Prasad. I'm Suresh. Now the first person. I'm glad to meet you, Mr. Suresh. Second person. Me too, Mr. Prasad. In the beginning, you just have to say these 2 or 4 sentences and then you can build a rapport. When you want to build up a conversation, you just start like this. Hello, I'm Prasad. And you? Now that person will say, hello, Mr. Prasad. I'm Suresh. And the first person will say, I'm glad to meet you, Mr. Suresh. And the second person will say, me too, Mr. Prasad. This is how it happens. What I want you to do is just practice with your friends. So you ask your friend to be the first person or you be the first person and let him be the second person or you be the second person. You just keep practicing until you just get it. Okay? You need to do that. Now, we have met for the first time. Now you know these things. Suppose you meet the person for the second time, say tomorrow or day after tomorrow, whenever it is possible. You meet him for the second time. Now, how will it happen when it goes to the second time? Let's see how it goes. Okay, here I'm just going to write meeting a person for the second time. I just rub this out. Now you know when you are going to meet this person for the second time, you know already his name, isn't it? You have become friends with him, you have talked with him a few sentences, you have wished him bye, and now you have met him for the second time. Now how does it go? Let's see. You just have to say, good morning, or afternoon, if it is in the afternoon, or if you meet him in the evening, you just say good evening, Mr. Suresh. A second person will say the same thing, good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening. Mr. Prasad. First person. How are you, Mr. Suresh? The second person will say, I'm fine. Thank you, Mr. Prasad. Again, the first person will say, it's Nice to meet you. It's nice to see you again, Mr. Suresh. Second person, you too, Mr. Prasad. These are some of the few sentences that you need to tell them when you are asking him about meeting a person for the second time. So what are you going to say? You're just going to say good morning or good afternoon or good evening, anyone. You need not tell all the three, you just have to tell anyone. Suppose you are meeting him in the morning, you just have to tell them good morning. If you are meeting him in the afternoon, you have to tell them about good afternoon. If you are meeting in the evening, you say good evening. And you say the name of that person. Now here it is Mr. Suresh. It is between Mr. Suresh and Mr. Prasad. Now the second person, what will he do? Now good afternoon or good evening or good afternoon, good morning he'll say, and he'll use the name. The third person, he's going to ask how that person is. And this person is going to reply however he is. Generally it is, I'm fine, thank you for asking, Mr. Prasad. Isn't it? That's how it's go. Then it's first person. He says, it's nice to see you again. Now, what is happening over here? Here you are asking about a person's well-being. Friends, you may subscribe to my channel in YouTube. To subscribe, please press here. Follow me on Twitter by clicking here. Want to follow me on Facebook? Click here to like my page.